The gods had grown bored of perfection. The elder huffed and said,
"None of you appreciate my advice anymore."
The maiden sighed and said, "None of you bask in my beauty anymore." The twins roared and said,
"None of you demand feats of strength anymore."
The ruler groaned and said,
"None of you respect my reign anymore."
The innocent laughed and said, "Perhaps we should have a game." The other gods listened, looking forward to something new to break up the boredom. "Let us create new creatures and then pin them against each other in a race. As a reward for winning, we shall grant them life. The better you do in the race, the more of it you get. What fun it shall be!" The other gods agreed and set about to create life in their own image. The elder created the first one. Serious and smart, it began to train right away. The maiden created the elf. Haughty and handsome, he looked down at everyone else. The twins created the dwarves. Brash and bold, they began to show off. The ruler created a human. Resilient and restless, he began to order the others around. The innocent created a halfling. Mischievous and merry, he sat back and relaxed. The racers lined up at the top of the plateau. The goal was at the bottom, down the winding path. With a command from the ruler, they took off. The first one was fast, and right away disappeared into the distance. The elf cheated, and instead of taking the winding road, leapt all the way down. The dwarves worked together. The first carried the second till he was tired, and then they switched. The human started with a steady pace when the halfling called to get his attention. "Oh, please, dear human, my friend," he cried, lying on the floor. "I sprained my ankle and I cannot run. Please, if you leave me here, I will surely die and receive none of the gift of life. I weigh no more than a small child. Please carry me with you." The human, moved to pity, took the poor little halfling and carried him in his arms and continued to run down the path. As the human and halfling neared the finish line, the elf had already crossed and was looking bored. The dwarves were nearly there. The halfling turned to face the human and said, "Oh, my friend, you've saved me. We're nearly at the end. Of course, you should cross before I, since you did all the work. But to celebrate the end of the race, you should have a drink with me. Stay a bit and enjoy." The human put down the halfling and took the bottle that was offered and took a sip. It was the sweetest of Eveberry wine, and he liked it so much, he took another sip, and another, and another, and another, until he had drank it all. Quite pleased with himself, the halfling leapt up and tiptoed his way silently to the finish line and crossed as the human slept under the influence of the wine. The lesson we all must learn from the halfling is this: hard work will get you to the finish, but it is much easier to find a hard worker to carry you there.